Basically, uh, basically the 7th of March 2026. The time now is 11:09 a.m. No, 11:09 a.m. So I'm making a video, or 3 videos today this morning, but I'm not going now for any reason whatsoever. 1 second, guys. Camera. Uh, so here, so basically, this is my sign here. No entry allowed until all number 14 possession. All number 14 possession we administer to NMO to Namdi Mekabala. So that's me, but they denied me my rights to literally get me for me to move out the room. I see some kind of idiot, trying to get me to move out the room. Look, these are people lose capacity and lose the ability to do stuff. But I'm fighting for my human rights at the bare minimum, and they're telling me nonsense. But look, I have to call CQC as well, so I have to get out. I have to get out and sort things out. But I'm not going out for anything other than the food. What's the point of negotiating normal with the Burgers Hill or BN69LE? I know I'm retained under the Mental Health 1983, but I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. Okay, next thing. So this video was about Libpolycall, Libpolycall bindings, driver, and SDK. Basically, it's about Libpolycall. So Libpolycall, Alpha Lima, I for Indigo, B for Bravo, P for Papa, O for Oscar, Alpha Lima, Y for Yankee, C for Charlie, A for Alpha Lima, dash V1, V for value, I for Indigo. Let me just get it here. Is the world's first polyglot system. This is basically Polyglot V1 repository. Yeah, I already ended with 2FA, April 6th. Oh my days, I have to look up. So I may be locked out of this account, but already enabled 2FA. Have I not enabled it? Look, I can be locked out of this account if I don't enable 2FA. So I just have to look on my phone today. So to go to find my phone. So the protocol is the world's first polyglot system. It's basically the future isn't coming, it's here, and it speaks every language. Basically the program first. So basically, how the protocol works? You usually have the bean.exe, the bean.polyglot.exe, which include instructions for one system. But I'm trying to grow with Polyglot to bindings. Basically, the bindings are target programs. You're gonna have a Java Polyglot, COBOL Polyglot, Rust Polyglot, all the languages Polyglot, Go Polyglot, and you can already buy this. So all bindings are drivers. All bindings are squares. All bindings are rectangles. They do use variant introduction FFI. So the Polyglot are the bindings. So let me show one of the bindings here. So you can go to the bindings here and look for binding PyPolyglot. So this allows you to talk to Python, PyPolyglot. But it's a trial. So I'm going to go to trial into something that's usable in the robot. But it's just a minimal viable product I delivered with C. This allows you to talk to any language, but this is Python Polyglot, this is Python Polyglot. You can run an exe to test Python Polyglot, or you can use curl. Now, curl works, everything works as intended. It's just the bindings are. I'm just giving the definition of the system. So, bindings are things that hook in a bidirectional fashion. You can use invoke logic from PyPolyglot. Let me go to my W2 article. So PyPolyglot is Python Polyglot exe. So they are packages that you install with Python. Pip P for Papa, I for Indigo, P for Indigo, and for npm you do npm install PyPolyglot, and you can install them. Pip install. So this is all four sides are symmetrical. So this is the four sides philosophy. So you can go symmetrical processes. They're not procedures actually. All processes are bidirectional. So you can have a two-way communication via duplex string. So two-way communication is a duplex string, and that's what the square is perfectly binding. And the rectangles are drivers, so they are procedures. Very interesting to understand the procedure is no process. So a process is a bidirectional FFI from function interface. interface, and they are can be native or non-native to system host system or not. Or you have the drivers, which are processes or procedures. Now, the procedures are two-way equal size. They're asymmetric interfaces. They work on person per pairs, and they are different to drivers. So they are USB. They are platform specific or target specific or something specific, but they're universal. They're still universal. They're just built for one system. Like one platform, like x86 underscore 64 or x86 which is set pair 464-bit architecture. Architecture means how it's built. But you know, you can have ARM architecture, AAC ARM, which is I really don't know how to build that, but that's basically one of those Unix native. So you can have an AMC ARM for ARM assembly instruction set for systems of using ARM processor. But you know, the goal is to have the system work on the directory. So the goal is to develop more bindings of the system via the Polygaltic interface. For example, the goal is to have a binding, more bindings for setup operation, like a Polygaltic GPS. This Python poly, this is native, this is a native item. We can have Pi GPS Polygaltic. Can just start breaking all the system through. So I'm trying to build two main things for the system. So you get a binary shape. So basically, the driver is gonna have two executions. So because you have two pairs of equal size, you're gonna have two interdependent executable. So you're gonna have like a main exe from developed by Python, and you're gonna have like a Python like a Pi driver developed by Python, and can you hook that up to the system of Pi, like you know, if you have a Python driver, Pi driver, like a Pi Polyglot driver, you can hook them to a Lua Polyglot driver, you know, because the drivers are work on two-way communication. So you gotta have two executable, which we call interdependency. Now, interdependency libraries, that's just Rust. Rust can have an ES key. Rust uses kind of same system, because you know, libraries are executables, and they are because you know, having two executables to handle a program is not a bad thing. It's just that you know they are executable instruction sets, so you have to be careful how you manage them. So you know, because they you know, the work in the of security. So the good thing about this is you can have two executable from two target language, like Python driver executable, and the drivers will have two endpoints of executable nest. So the goal is secure the system, you know, because they have two keys to one public key, two private keys, or two public keys to one private key, or two private programs to one that handles security based on peer-to-peer model, which is basically topology fashion for network infrastructure. So you know, basically you can have two something that's down and up is or down, but you know, you can have two something that serves like a banking system that uses driver execution concern, but not actually explicit just across all architectures, because you know the philosophy is basically to have some solid logic that provides you solution of concern for security application too. So you can have two tackle drivers here. So you can, this is all possible during the project. So so you can have the banking app. So I have some apps to build here. These examples apps here. These are examples, but they're not complete. They're far from complete. Yes, these are the make files here, VC package. So this can be only packaged with VC package. So you know, this is the process. So you get some banking secure bridge here. This is works on the banking secure bridge. So you know, this is the banking secure bridge. This is the banking system. This is but they are all projects that you can work on a polygon system. They allow you to work on systems of mesh topology because you know the binding is very circular, and you know the program is the main interface, the main orchestrator of the system. So the polyglot EC, which has a polyglot dot slash, basically if you read the README. You get the program first approach, zero trust, and the telemetry advantage. But why now? Why Libpolycall? And you know, you can read this for yourself. You know, I want you to have this system for your life. You know, in the world of large language silos, be the universal protocol. In the age of security breaches, be the zero trust architecture. In the era of blind systems, be the intelligent observer. The future engine coming is here, and we can see. So the beauty of this system is that the system can be you can do as much binding and drivers you want to have an executable, to have what I call an interdependent executable, interdependent driver, interdependent bindings. You can have a polyglottic system that grows and evolves, the evolution of a system. But the thing I'm saying is that it's not a bad thing. So, for example, this is the build version. Let me show you the bindings on the. So you go to the Polyglot V1. You go to bin. This is all you need. This is the polyglot.exe. Now, this polyglot.exe is Unix build. So Unix build. So this is what Unix is like for Unix file. This is what it's called polyglot. This is what there's no executable instruction that's accepted. But this is just a binary file you can download. You can start to use it in a Unix environment. So if I could go here, open the terminal, WSL dot. So I'm now in Debian WSL-G, WSL space-G space Ubuntu. I'm now heading to Ubuntu's Unix mode. So now that's just Polyglot. Polyglot. Now I get the interpreter reference. Now I can type in help. I can type in because this is basically what goes on. But if you want, you can do to the Polyglot dash F. Now the dash F flag is not stated here, but that's what gives you the file. This dash F, this is the file flag. Now this is basically configuration of the C instruction, but I want to dash F, this dash F, but dash F is equal to the file, and you need to configure the polyglot file here. So I'm going to dilute one configure polyglot just to show you if you guys make a mistake of not using the configure polyglot file, you orchestrate everywhere and anywhere. So let me just find the configure polyglot here. So this is example configure polyglot here. See how it's the server maps to them. So basically, you get this. So these are all commands too. Stuff commands. So my server node, node polyglot.exe, server Python 304. Basically, it's taking all this port, using this port and exposing this is your server port or your server port, especially your connection from, and this is a from. This is from this port to this port, from this port colon map to this port colon map to this one. From this port, this is configured. This is all you can use the command here to do. So if you do -f config the polyglot, see it's config the polyglot file. Let me do cat config the polyglot, and this is saying it's there already, but you're gonna use this configuration will show here. So this is where everything is at. So you're gonna have that. You're gonna do the polyglot -f config the polyglot, and see it started the server here, but you can have you can have a new server. You can have a server Rust 3030 mapped to 8089. And this should add the polyglot server to the server. And you see so started. So the server command is there. These are all commands here, but these are tokens, and network start, you see, it just started the same thing. So it takes a new server here, in-memory server, and if the person closes, this Rust program will not be able to map but they are architecture specific, so they are working on kind of the architecture protocol. So it's a very beautiful program here. But this is the program here. So you're gonna use the bindings install the bindings and drivers of the program to do it. But that's to go there. So this is the polyglot files. These are the systems here. So let me try and show you a bit two more things. So you're going to have this as an SDK. So the SDK will be some kind of target platform or some sort of operating system you operate on. But the SDK will operate on one polyglot SDK. So it operates on the interdependence concept of having a separation connection via 4-directional bridges. So you have two sets of pairs of drivers that will handle 4 cases of system coherence state. Because the goal is to have goes to have 4 program. It's gonna be beautiful to understand, you to understand. But the software development kit is the goal here. So the software development kit will expose you to. So if you write more bindings and more drivers, you can start to build your website on MG. But actually build a system that is polyglottic. So my website is going to be polyglottic, obnexus.org, and this is polyglottic. So it goes to SDK to find a software development kit. So the software will allow you to develop software such as obnexus symbolic interpreters, like the ontological Bayesian intelligence symbolic interpreters, that AI that knows what it's doing. What I call the AI that knows what it's doing, or knows what it's doing, or knows what it's saying, understands the deeper intellectual via probe system. So the probe system is defined as let me go here because my face now. The probe system are defined as P. A probe is defined as P given S. P does a colon. What does that mean? P such that state implies data. So that's the external style. P sub external equals state implies data. So implies data. So you're observing the data, the AI outputs basically. But the AI output is the data itself. So it's not a system of a failure. It's just the probe system hasn't shown you the internal stuff. So if you look at the other side of this data, you get probe data, probe internal, probe starts int such that column data implies state, and that's what we call a symbolic interpreter. So it's a process. Simple ask so the simple answer. So you can build an AI system with this, and it'll be a polyglot AI system. So this could be on one project I'm going to work on. This is ontological Bayesian intelligence architecture as infrastructure. But this is the AI system that knows what to do. So these are the projects developed by SDKs, software development kits, and the more development kits you have, the more you have like OBI SDK 1. You're talking about the Libpolycall, Node Polycall, or you're going to have a system of stability. So that's my AI system for my website, ontological Bayesian intelligence architecture, and this AI system will be for my own website, ontological Bayesian intelligence architecture, and this will be because a system of non-linearity has via the software development kit. So you can work on Windows, Linux, and Mac based on targeted platform architecture, and be interdependent because you don't want to update something and roll it back or have a rollback. So it's really a no rollback safe mode that I'm trying to have. Because I'm rollback has really come to it's not really ready yet. So that's what I'm saying. So that's what you can work on the Libpolycall website. So any website that has a schema such as SQL schema can be mapped to Libpolycall too. So you can use an XML configuration via the dash file flag. Because the file flag associated XML configuration, and that's the beauty of it. So the XML map, again, map it's not a C, it's just F. So you can put an XML and system will know you're using XML to as your configuration of Libpolycall, and that's why it's safe for the web. It's web friendly. Because XML XML can be transported later. So today I'm going to give the definitions of the system for the Polygal, the Polygal V1, OBNXS MK2 repository, OBXS of Oscar, B for Bravo, I for Indigo, N for November, E for Echo, S for Echo, U for Mother, S for Sarah, MK2 Mark II, because I'm trying to plug myself out of account this time, but that's good. It's basically a safe way to I'm trying to have a Docker container as well. So to be able to have the Docker container ship the product in an isolated VM, because you don't have to isolate the program, you have to isolate the processes that deal with the program state. So they will not be interdependent. They will not be working towards all of insecurity. So we won't break the philosophy basically. But the Polyglot V2 will not be ready until Polyglot will first start. So when you go to the Polyglot V2 repository, you will not be using it's not safe, but you got a daemon there. You got an isolated daemon. So the isolated daemon for the Polyglot V2 is what really there yet. So the goal is to have the system polyglottic. So this is the Polyglot V1. You get the bindings. So you're gonna have it's all as bindings as interval. So you're gonna go to. So if you want to go to the bindings repositories, you can go to MK2. You can go to MK2. So you can go to Java Polyglot. Now, Java Polyglot, you can run this pom.xml, Polyglot server, java.jar target Polyglot. I can install this like literally based on the Polyglot exe, npm package. You can run this. The goal is to have this for all target languages. But the binding and software development kit is basically literally the goal of having the two executable. You can have one for debug. You can have one for run. You can have one for peer-to-peer. You can have one for bank system. You can have one as a system of non-reality. So you're gonna have a Lua Polyglot. No problem. This is binding V1 trial, MK2, but it does work in the So you're gonna have the rock spec. You can install all of this here. This is Lua Poker IC. This is the bindings application combination. So if you're looking Lua, you are expecting a port mapping of 3005 to 8005, and this is server binding. So basically, you see the bindings, the configuration there for the binding. So this one saying it's basically a system of a GCC precision via the system of what's allowed, what's not allowed. But it goes to isolate the processes. It's beautiful relationship. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe. That's how it works. So the next step is to build the website. The Polygaltic OB Nexus. So basically, my website is to two divisions: IW, Indigo West Umbrella dot obnexus.org via reverse domain naming. Not obnexus.ru. So you have Iwu means law. Iwu equals law. So Iwu equals law. Iwu IW equals law. GI indigo jam, D for jam, I for indigo equals it means literally order, order, IJI, and then you go to Iwu or ha, e.g. O for ham, H for up, O for Oscar, H for ham, A for alpha, dot OB nexus, O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for Indigo, N for number, E for Echo, X for X-ray, U for Umbrella, S for Sarah, .org. That's what it is. And I'm going to develop the website on my GitHub page for now. Expose some API from GitHub. So but it's gonna be because I look myself out on account, so I'm trying to not myself on this account until my security is registered. So it's gonna be a problem if I can't find my form. But as long as everything is public facing, it will be I can continue the work I'm doing. But I'm trying to have this Docker containers, so Docker can expose the support I need safely from a virtual model into the whole real world processes that you try with via the OpenSys website. But that's the beauty of the system. It's polyglottic. It allows you to play language, and if you go to YouTube.com / OpenSys and you go to playlist. So if you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com / OpenXS, you go to playlist, you go to V1, you can watch the video of V1. So V1 is here. This is a full playlist here and how to use it. You have to use it. So basically this is explain. So if you go to youtube.com / O for Oscar, youtube.com / at OBNexus at sign, O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for Indigo, N for November, E for Echo, X for X-ray, U for Umbrella, F for Sarah. You can find my YouTube channel, but if you go to the playlist section, you click on playlist section. Let me show you how you do that. So you go to youtube.com / at obnexus / playlist. Playlist. You can just go to the playlist tab here. So at O for Oscar, B for Bravo, I for Indigo, N for November, E for Echo, S for / P for Papa, L for Lima, A for Alpha, Y for Yankee, L for love, I for Indigo, S for Sarah, T for Tango, I for Sarah. OBNexus playlist. You go to playlist. You go all the way down. Scroll down, all the way down. You click on view playlist, the world's first polyglot system, polymorphic function called view playlist, and then you go here, and you can use how to use a polyglottic library. So this is an example I showed you here. So how to use a polyglot system. Yeah, let's just watch it for the end. So this is local host example. Basically, she does not port distribution. She does got all the data from this system. You can watch the video here, but this example here. So remember, you can use XML to serve the conversion. I hope that does work. I haven't tried it, but just I haven't managed to try it. So so you can have the system. So you can have the logo here. If I can get the logo back here, this is the logo here. So this I'm saying. So you can watch the videos here if you want to review it in Amni. But that's good. You guys should get on board with it. But I'm trying to build software development kit. So we go to have you guys to build software development kit with it. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe. My name is Namdi Obala. O for Oscar, K for Kilo, P for Papa, A for Alpha, F for Lima, F for Alpha. I'm just having a document container for now. Go ahead, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Bye bye. Like, share, and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button on TikTok, X, and LinkedIn. Smash it. I'm autistic. I don't know I'm saying that like that. Okay, thank you.